Hello again and welcome to class 922. How are you today? Good morning. Are you optimistic? Today is a good day. Today is going to be a good day. It's very early in the morning right now, but I have a feeling. I've got a feeling, I have a feeling deep inside. Tengo una premonición, una corazonada, that today is going to be a very good day for me and a very good day for you. And for Marta as well. I can see. Today's going to be a very good day. All right. Let's continue with expressions. Page 72, the second. Paragraph 200, paragraph no. Expression 266, to draw the short straw. To draw the short straw. Yes, dice, tocarle la china a alguien. Me va a tocar la china. Yeah, straw son pajas para beber. La pajita esa. We say to draw straws para decidir. Y si la tuya es demasiado corta, the shortest, you lose. No, me toca a mí. That's to draw the short straw. To draw, como decía ayer, as I was saying yesterday, to draw is sacar agua de un pozo, to draw the water. Sacar una conclusión, to draw. A draw también es un sorteo. In the United States, we say a drawing. But in Great Britain, say a draw. He ganado en el sorteo de Navidad, sorteo, no sé qué. I won the drawing. I won the draw. But to draw, remember, is like this. Yesterday, I was talking about my great-grandfather, mi bisabuelo. Yeah. Can you see the picture? It's very small. Sorry. But it's the only picture I have of my great-grandfather. My great-grandfather is a man with the long beard. His name is Thomas, Captain Thomas Vaughan. And people call him Captain. Siempre, eso se vida, Captain, because he was a captain in the American Civil War. De los sureños. He was on the losing side. He was a captain in the Confederate Army. And he was only, I think, 18? Let's see, I have when he was born. He was born in 1841. And the American Civil War started in 1861. So he was 20 when the war broke out. And he was in the famous Battle of Galveston. He was probably 21 or 22 years old. And he reached the rank of captain, the man with the beard. Yes, the man with the beard. And he founded the town, fundó el pueblo de Bertram. He founded the town of Bertram, where my father was born, my grandfather was born. In this picture, you see, lo tengo aquí, you have one, two, three, four girls, 2 boys, and the father and the mother. One of the girls is missing, falta una de las chicas, because my great-grandfather, bisabuelo, had 5 girls first. Tuvo 5 hijas antes de tener un hijo. And the little boy next to my great-grandfather, is my grandfather, who became a doctor. Yes. And the other boy on the opposite side with the white, he was born in 1892. My grandfather was born in 1890. El chico al lado del barbudo. The boy next to the bearded man is my grandfather. He was born in 1890. This photograph was probably made in 1898. My grandfather is probably 8 years old. But in any case, now you see, this is the tombstone or the gravestone, la lápida del barbudo. You see, he was born in 1841, and he died in 1913. He was born in 1841. Now, my grandfather was born. By the way, can you see the la lapida? Can you see the gravestone? Look at the top of the gravestone. Can you see it? That's a symbol of the Freemasons. Los masones. Yeah. In the United States, the Masons were different than in Europe. It's a different type. And so he was a Mason. Yes. Now his son, my grandfather, here you see his gravestone. You see he was born in 1890 and he died in 1961. And if you look on the left, you see the symbol of the Masons. My great-grandfather was a Mason, and my grandfather was a Mason. Interesting. My father wasn't, and I'm not a Mason. All right. Or Freemason. Se dice Mason o Franc-Mason. Freemason. But if you look at the other side of his gravestone, you see a symbol de la medicina, de doctor. A doctor. The symbol of it. So he was a doctor all his life. A good man. Interesting people. Yes. And finally, I'm going to show you one more gravestone. And this was my great-great-grandfather, el tatarabuelo. Yes, Alexander Vaughan. He was born in 1817. And he died in 1858 at the age of 39 or 40. Yeah, he was born in, I think he was 40 years old. 17, 27, 37, 47. No, 57. Yeah, he was 40 or 41. No, he was 40. He was 40 years old when he died. So he died very young. He was living in Missouri. He was born in Ohio. My great-great-grandfather was born in Ohio. The family moved to Missouri. And then he had his children and they moved to Texas. It took 1 month to travel to Texas, to Comanche country, Zona Comanche, Comanche country. And there, but he suffered allergy apparently, and he died when he was young, at the age of 40. So that's the story, all from the word to draw, because I was talking about El Barbudo de antes. He had a pistol, he had a revolver, not a pistol, and had a long barrel, and it was heavy. And so I remember that when I watched the movies, and no, it's not so easy because they're heavy. Okay. But in any case, that's to draw. To draw the short straw is tocar la china. Alguien. Me ha tocado la china. I drew the short straw, etc. The next one, number 267, page 72. A dream come true. Un sueño hecho realidad. A dream come true. To teach on television, for me, is a dream come true. No soñaba nunca con estar en la tele. Never. Pero cosas pasan. Yeah. You see, I live in the present. Vivo en el presente. I never think about the past, and I never think about the future. But I always say yes. Try things, do things. It's cool. Mola. Vamos a probar. Yeah. And boom. Por casualidad me encuentro delante de la cámara de televisión. Yeah, fine. Yeah, and in radio, because I say yes to everything. And so I'm here. So it's a dream. It's not a dream come true. Un sueño hecho realidad. En inglés decimos un sueño venido verdad, literalmente. Un sueño venido, come, participo de come. A dream come true. Yeah. If you want to have a dream come true, there's one essential prerequisite. You need to have a dream. If you don't have a dream, how are you going to have a dream come true? You see? So the first element, the first requirement is to have a dream. Do you have a dream? Well, if you don't have a dream, forget about the possibility of a dream come true. Of course, I think I've never had a dream. So this is not a dream come true. But I visualize futures. Visualizo desenlaces de triunfo, eso sí. I visualize successful outcomes. Yes, I visualize successful outcomes. But it's not really a dream for me. But the more you visualize successful outcomes, in my opinion, the more likely it is that this will come true. To come true. Hacerse realidad. To come true. Con el verbo come. A dream come true. All right. Dressed up to the nines. This is a British expression, otra vez. Yeah. Jimena. Dressed up to the nines means vestido de punta en blanco. Dressed up to the nines, hasta los nueves. Dressed up to the nines. We say dressed up. I say dressed up. To dress, well, solemos decir to get dressed. Vestirse, yo me visto cada mañana para venir aquí. I get dressed. I get dressed every morning to come here. I get dressed. Yeah, to get dressed. Have you ever tried to get dressed with one arm? Put one arm behind your back and try to get dressed. Try to get dressed with one arm. It's really, really difficult. So you can imagine people who are missing an arm, how difficult it is to get dressed. Or try getting dressed in the dark, complete dark. And a person who's blind has to get dressed in the dark. You see, to get dressed. But to dress up is different. To dress up means vestirse para algo muy especial. To dress up. Ooh, you're very dressed up today, eh? Special occasion? All right, to dress up. Yes, to dress up. Okay, dressed up to the nines, punta en blanco. All right. Finally, to drink like a fish. Beber como un pez. To drink like a fish means beber como una esponja. Yeah, to drink like a fish. I don't drink like a fish. Never. Never. Thank God. Alcoholism is terrible. It's terrible. I have experienced alcoholism in my family, so I know. I know. So, to drink like a fish. But some people drink like a fish. They become addicted to alcohol and they drink like a fish. Beber como una esponja, se dice, ¿no? En español. To drink like a fish. All right. And finally, to drive somebody nuts. To drive somebody up the wall. Yes. To drive somebody nuts. No pinta esto, eh? To drive somebody nuts. Me estás volviendo loco. Me estáis volviendo nueces. Nuts. You're driving me nuts. Bueno, nuts son frutos secos, no son nueces. Nueces son walnuts. You're driving me walnuts, no. Me estás volviendo fruto seco. You're driving me nuts. Siempre plural, eh? Nuts. Nuts means loco. He's nuts. The Nutty Professor, El Profesor Chiflado. The movie, The Nutty Professor. He's nuts. You're nuts. You're nuts. It's not loco. You're crazy. You're mad. You're nuts. You're driving me crazy. You're driving me mad. You're driving me nuts. You're driving me up the wall. Subir por las paredes, yeah. Pero dice, me estás conduciendo paredes arriba. You're driving me up the wall. Siempre es una sola pared, eh? You're driving me up the wall, not the walls. Yeah. You know, these lights are driving me up the wall. These lights are driving me mad. These lights are driving me crazy. These lights are driving me nuts. These lights are driving me gaga. Mil formas. Yeah, they're driving me out of my mind. Fuera de mi mente, dice. They're driving me out of my mind. You're driving me crazy. Se dice más crazy que ningún otro, pero muchos dicen nuts or up the wall. Driving me up the wall. All right. Wow, finally. How much time do we have left, Marta? Do we have enough time? Oh, yeah. Wow, cool. All right. Here we are with Gain Fluency, page 38 in the middle, paragraph number 306. We're progressing faster and faster. All right, cada vez más rápido, faster and faster. In the middle, page 38. Why don't you throw those old papers away? Why don't you throw those old papers away? You never throw things away. You keep everything for years, accumulating in every corner of the house. Esa es mi mujer. ¿Por qué no tiras esos viejos papeles? Why don't you throw? Why don't you throw those old papers away? O bien, why don't you throw away those old papers? El away puede ir delante o detrás del complemento. Why don't you throw those old papers away? Why don't you throw away those old papers? Me gusta más away al final aquí. Why don't you throw those old papers away? Yeah, you never throw things away. El marido está quejándose. O a lo mejor es la mujer al marido, quién sabe. You never throw things away. Nunca tiras las cosas. You never throw things away. You never throw things away. Yeah. You keep everything for years. Guardas todo durante años. Accumulating in every corner of the house. ¿Te pasa eso? No? You keep things. I'm the opposite. I throw things away immediately. From 1977 to 1988, more or less 11 years, I worked alone in my house and then in a small office. I had many teachers working for me, maybe 40 or 50 teachers, but I was alone in managing. And I had a computer, a printer, and a telephone. Landline, o sea, teléfono fijo, landline telephone, and a desk. And I had a wastebasket. A papelera, I had a wastebasket. Now, of course, I threw things away. At least once a month, for 10 years, at least once a month, I took the wastebasket, emptied it, to find something I had thrown away. The moment you throw away a document or similar, the probability you will need it increases 10 times in the future. So, I don't necessarily disagree with keeping things, but some people keep things forever, and that's the case here. The husband is speaking to the wife, probably. Why don't you throw those old papers away? To throw away is a la basura o a la papelera. Why don't you throw those old papers away? You never throw things away, dice aquí. Yeah, you never throw things away. You never throw things away. Never. Sí, tiro lo que queda del plátano. Oh, that's food, okay. Yes. But you never throw things away. Yeah. You keep everything for years, accumulating in every corner, cada rincón de la casa, in every corner of the house. Todos miuda, accumulating in every corner of the house. And Marta does the same thing. She never throws anything away. And she has a smaller house, and so it's accumulating. Yeah. So it's un documento del año 97. All right, fine. And she keeps it. For example, yesterday I was eliminating emails, and I went back to 2014, and I did it right. Do from old to the newest in 2014. Patricia Rosso. I have no idea. Italian name, double S, Rosso. I have no idea. Oh, yes, I think I remember. Yeah. And I read it. Hola, Richard. Oh, I don't remember Patricia. Pobrecita. Oh, yeah. Maybe she was very good looking. I don't know. But I remember, I think if I remember her right, I think she went to Vancouver. So Patricia, if you're watching me, get in touch. I saw an email from you in 2014. All right. Yeah. And so I'm accumulating emails. But yesterday I eliminated probably 2,000. Eliminé 2,000 correos ayer. Yeah. It took me about 30 minutes to eliminate. And some of them you stop and you read them. And then you read several, todo el hilo. So, my God, okay. So, wow. Life. And many times you don't remember the moment. You don't remember the situation. I don't remember. Yeah. In any case, all right, why don't you throw those old papers away? You never throw things away. You keep everything for years. You keep everything for years, accumulating in every corner of the house. All right. Next one. Don't let the dog out of the kitchen. Don't let the dog out of the kitchen. Don't let the dog out of the kitchen. ¿Cómo? Don't let the dog out of the kitchen. No. Un nativo lo entiende a la perfección. Aunque escocés o australiano o tejano. Don't let the dog out of the kitchen. Don't let the dog out of the kitchen. Que no salga. No permite que salga de la cocina. Don't let the dog out of the kitchen. Don't let the dog out of the. Yeah? Bueno, aquí decís pa'lante. Don't let the dog out of the kitchen. Out of the kitchen. Don't let the dog out of the kitchen. Make sure the door is closed. Asegúrate que está cerrado o que esté cerrado. La puerta. Yeah. Make sure the door is closed. If the dog gets out, he'll try to bite the postman. Tratará de morder al cartero. Yeah, he'll try to bite the postman. It wouldn't be the first time. No sería la primera vez. It wouldn't be. O sea, lo mismo que en español. No sería la primera vez que muerde al pobre cartero. It wouldn't be the first. You see, in the United States, most people live in separate houses. And the postman, the mailman, or the postman, goes around from house to house. And sometimes he walks. Traditionally, he walked, carrying a big bag. And the dogs, it was always a problem. So the postman, many times the postman carries a spray against the dogs. All right. I remember about 10 years ago, I was on Cloverdale Street in Houston, Texas. And I saw the postman walking down the street, carrying a bag with letters. And I asked him, I said, do you have a letter for this house? And he said, no, I don't. Because it was a house where I lived when I was a little boy. And I asked him, how many miles a day do you walk? And he said, well, I probably walk about 8 miles a day. 8 millas al día, son 13 kilómetros, o 12 al día, this man, every day. Well, 5 to 6 days a week, 5 days a week. He was fat. He was fat. And I thought, I didn't say anything to him, but I thought later, he walks 11 or 12 kilometers a day, and he's overweight. The problem is he eats too much. And so I realized at that time that, to stay slim is probably a question of diet more than exercise. Because this man was walking over 10 kilometers a day, every day, carrying a bag, and he was overweight. All right, don't let the dog out of the kitchen. Don't let the dog, don't let the dog out of the kitchen. Make sure the door is closed. Make sure, asegúrate de que está cerrada, bien cerrada la puerta. Make sure the door is closed. Keep the dog in the kitchen. And don't let the dog out of the kitchen. Don't let the dog out of the kitchen, out of the kitchen, out of the kitchen. Don't let the dog out of the kitchen. Make sure the door is closed. If the dog gets out, he'll try to bite the postman. If the dog gets out, se escapa. If the dog gets out. If the dog gets out, to get in, to get out. Estoy tratando de entrar en prisión y no puedo. I'm trying to get into prison. I'm trying to get out of prison. Get out. All right. If he gets out, if the dog gets out, he. Estoy poniendo personaje al perro. Al decir he, en vez de it. Because he's my dog. He. Yeah. He'll try to bite the postman. He'll try to bite the postman. It wouldn't be the first time. It wouldn't be the first time. When I was a little boy, 4 years old, we had a dog by the name of Taffy that bit the popsicle man. But I'll tell you the story maybe tomorrow. Take care.